Hi my little Shardies, welcome and welcome back. This is Christina with Art Online. Today I have a pretty substantial book haul for you. It's 19 books. I finished getting the rest of my books in from my order in December, and I found some really good deals, and a couple brand new books came out, these two right here, and I had to go ahead and pick them up so I could show you guys what was in them. So this might be a rather long video, but I'm going to try to make it as quick as possible. So again, there's 19 books in this haul. Without further ado, let's get this thing started. Alright, this first book is Mythographic Color and Discover Frozen Fantasies. It is by Fabiana Attanasio. It is the newest in the Mythographic series. And I'm just going to do a super quick flip through like this. I'll have a full flip through on my channel if it's not up already. But all the designs are pretty detailed in here, which I love. I like that they're single-sided too, and perforated. I had to double check before I said that. So you can always color the images and then pull them out when you're done, or pull them out first if you want to use something like alcohol markers or something like that on them. So the paper is on the smooth side, so they'd probably be great for alcohol markers, or even small fine liners or something to get into the details. It's an absolutely beautiful book. I love the images in it. You're going to hear me say that a lot in the books that I have. And I was able to get this off of Amazon, so I'll have a link in the description box below. The next book I'm super excited about is Christine Caron's new Fairy and Fantasy 2 book. I did have quite a few of her images already out of this book that I had downloaded from her Etsy store, but I wanted the actual book. So, and there was plenty in here that I didn't have. I have a more detailed flip through of these books on my YouTube channel. This is just to give you an idea on what's in them. Again, the images are beautiful. I love every one of her books. I have a Christine Caron problem. Every image she has out I have to buy. And that's Fairies and Fantasies too. Alright, this next book has a little story time with it. I got the Coloring Heaven magazine. In one of the issues, it was Busy World issue, I believe. It had a lot of his images in it, so I had to go ahead and buy the book once I realized I liked the images so much. See in the bottom here it says Ravensburger. I know he's got a ton of puzzles and stuff like that out, but I ordered this one. The only place I could find it was on Etsy. I could not find it anywhere else, but I just love the images in the book, so I had to go ahead and buy it. Again, this is quite a task if you're going to color this book, but that's the kind of things I like to color, so. And the paper feels really nice. It's not super thick, like it's not as thick as like Mythomorphia, but it's still like a pretty decent paper in there. And that's Colin Thompson's coloring book. The next three books are by Karen E. Myers. The Mystical Lands of Yuchana, book 1 and 2, and then, I'm never going to be able to pronounce this, The Mystical Lands of Kelswitch. And I'll go ahead and do a quick flip of those. So this is book 1. The images in this book are so cute. I really like them. That said, the paper is super thin. See, you can see through the pages. So if you're going to color with anything more than a colored pencil, you're going to want to go ahead and put a backer, like a piece of cardstock or something behind the pages so that it doesn't bleed through. I'm not sure how well this paper is going to layer. But if worse comes to worse for me, I'll just go ahead and put it on different paper. I don't like to do that. I like to keep my stuff in the book. But if I can't color, if I can't build up the colors on the piece of paper, then there's no point in me coloring in the book. So I want to make sure that I have that ability to do that. That's Mystical Lands of Yuchana. And that's book 1. Here's book 2. And I think this is my favorite of the 3. This is my favorite book of the 3. So if you like to do like mushroom houses and fairy stuff, this is a great book for you. And then the third book by her is The Mystical Land of Killswitch. Some really, really, really cute images in those books. Alright, the next few I was able to pick up from Ollie's. They don't usually have a lot of books that I like there, so I found these and I thought they were pretty cool. This one is Melissa Meyer, The Lunar Chronicles. And like the other ones, the images are, they're not too bad. Some of them are more intricate than others, but I thought they were pretty good. And it's a story time book, so I definitely like that. And the price was great. Then The Wizard of Oz by L. Frank Baum. And it was illustrated by Charles Santor. I think it's Santor, it could be Santori, but I have another one of his books and I loved it, and I love the images in this book. I thought it was really, really, really cute. And who doesn't love The Wizard of Oz? Come on, guys. Take me back to my childhood. So I love the fairy tale look of the images. They're really cute. The next one is Dominions of Giants. And this is by Eric Messenger. And I actually have two by him. So here's one of the two. And again, these are kind of like fantasy, mythical, goblins and such. I really liked how they had like a little color key at the bottom. So I thought this might be a pretty cute book to color in. And then the next one, again by Eric Messenger, is Fantasy Adventures, Dragon, Dwarves, Elves, and Other Extraordinary Creatures. And again, it's, some of them have that little color chart at the bottom. I thought that was pretty cool. It's the first time I've seen that in one of these kind of books. The next two are Steve McDonald books. This one is Fantasy Structures. They had a third one, but I think it was the City Streets ones, and I knew I'd never color in that, so I didn't pick it up. But I did get this Fantasy Structure book. And these are, a lot of them, they're pretty intricate images. This is not going to be for someone who does not like to color small things. And that's Fantasy Structures. And then Fantasy Collections. This one just has a bunch of random items, but in quantity. This is going to take a while. But if you want to practice, this is great for practicing. If you want to practice how to do bottles or glass, that is a great picture to be able to do that with. Bunch of remotes, bunch of TVs, bunch of books, clocks. And that's Fantasy Collections. I actually picked up two of these. This Drawing and Coloring Warriors by Eric D. Prince, and then I picked up his Robots book as well. However, my son took the Robots book. But this is not just coloring, it's drawing too, so I thought that was pretty interesting. And I actually picked these up to see if my son would want to do it. And like I said, he took the robot book and gave me this one back. So, but if you're interested in learning to draw, this might be a great book for you. Again, I did not pick this one up for myself. Yeah, the last book I picked up from Ollie's is this one, Mandalas and More by Cher Kaufman. And I like this book because the pages are small. So there's the size of my hand. The pages are small. So I figured I might be able to actually complete some of these images in a fairly quick time. And it gives you the ability to draw into the spaces. I'll show you that next page real quick. So it gives you the first image and then tells you how to draw stuff on the inside. So I thought that was pretty neat. It was a different kind of book than the traditional ones. And I keep saying I'm going to have time to sit down and teach myself to draw better than I do, and I just haven't had the time because I'm always coloring. But yeah, I love that. So they give you an example and then give you the opportunity to do your own. So I love this book. This is great if you want to learn to draw. Again, if I can find a link to Amazon for this book, I will go ahead and put it below. But I did pick this up at Ollie's. These next few I'm really excited about. I was able to pick up all of these books for $15 total because the bookstore in the mall was shutting down. So the regular price on these books are between $18 and $30 a book, and I was able to get them for just a couple of dollars. I think the average price was $3. So this first one is Sketch Fantasy Art, and it's a draw inside step-by-step sketchbook. And then it tells you tips and advice for each of these things, and then it gives you a spot to be able to practice sketching your images in. It's like there, it shows you how to do it. It gives you just step by step through the whole book on how to learn to draw these things. I'm skipping through a bunch of them. The pages are just falling where a lot of them are blank, but there's plenty of how-tos in here. It shows you like proportions. And again, if I see any of these on Amazon, I'll go ahead and post them on there. But I was able to get these for a steal because the bookstore was going out of business. This is Dragon Art Collector's Edition. Another stunning book. And I love that it shows you some finished images in here because I can use this for a color guide even if I don't use it to learn how to draw. I'm sorry guys, it's shiny. I'll hold it up like this. But it gives you pointers on how to draw things and then actually shows you like a finished painted picture. So I could even use this for reference, which is pretty cool. So if you do a lot of coloring of dragons or fantasy stuff, this might be a great book for you, even if you just use it for reference images. Alright, this one is Enchanting Elves, and this is by Barbara Alonzo, and it says Paint Elven Worlds and Fantasy Characters. And again, great reference book if you're looking at how to add color, how to paint. All of this stuff is like, you know, fantasy, elves, dragon related. That's what I like to color. So for me, even if I don't use them for the learn to draw aspects, they're great, great reference images. right? This one is Fairy Art, Painting Magical Fairies, and this is by David Adams. And again, the images are so beautiful. And I love that it shows you step by step what to do. And the last book my son is going to swipe for me. It's called Sketch Your Art Out. And it's an activity guide. And again, a little more of the same. But he's already claimed this book. I didn't even get it out of the bag and he's swiped it from me. But it gives you an idea on how to draw things and how they should look when they're done, how to make them 3D. It's like a journal, so I really, really, really like it. But again, he's taken it from me. And again, I'll try to include a link for any of these books in the description box below. Any of the ones I can find on Amazon. And that is Sketch Your Art Out. Alright guys, that gets me current for all of the books that I have gotten so far in the end of December, beginning of January. I think that's going to be it for my book haul as far as January goes. I think I'm done. I have enough books. So I'm still waiting on the new books that are coming out, I believe in March. So there'll be another book haul then. I hope you've seen something you enjoy, something you want to go ahead and pick up. And I hope you've liked this video. If you do, make sure you hit like and subscribe and turn on your notifications so you're told each and every time I post a new video. As always, stay safe, stay healthy, color happy, and remember, shh, it's our little secret.